What's going on, guys? Gomer's here, and we're back again on MLB The Show 22. Help me out here. What's the old saying? Having stubs isn't everything, but not having them is. What are you going to do if you're stub poor? If Tommy Edman is your starting second baseman, you try to play ranked seasons, you can square up the ball as much as you want to, but it's a weak little flare to the second baseman every time because it's Tommy Edman. If you saw stream, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just a little frustrated with that individual himself. But stubs, very important. We're talking about how to make some, so you don't have to relegate yourself to a 81 overall Tommy Edman as your starting second baseman at launch. So as always, make sure leave a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. We're gonna have tons of gameplays, tons of tips, tons of pack openings, tons of news, so much stuff coming to the channel this year. I'm so excited. Make sure and stick around for the ride. That being said, let's go ahead and get into this one. So the first thing that I do want to mention, some time sensitive stuff. This is primarily pertaining to the early parts of MLB The Show. I've seen so many questions. Gomer, what do I do? Let me quickly tell you an update. As far as diamonds, you should keep about everything. If you look at these lower guys, 8,100 for Clayton Kershaw. We're looking at 84, 8,700 for some of these. Diamond overall players, Robbie Ray's less than 8,000. You're going to want to hold on to these guys. They're probably going to go up in price come actual release date at April 5th. And if you get a 90 plus, hold on to them as well. Again, the thought process. Everybody and their mom. Everybody with the help of their mom's finances have been opening packs last night in order to get cards like Michael Trout and Shohei Ohtani. And these cards aren't going to be so popular when everybody isn't getting 20 The Show packs to open with their pre-order packs. Because they pre-order the game, so they're going to be more rare. That's a very important thing. One more thing regarding the pre-order cards. The Takashi Okazaki pack as well as the cover pack. Should you invest? What do you do with these cards? I don't really see a whole bunch of value in the Takashi Okazaki pack. I think they look sexy as hell, quite frankly, but unfortunately, the collection, 5 of these cards, which go for 20k, nets you 50 stubs into the show pack. You should be ashamed. That's deceitful. There's no reason to even have a collection here. So I don't think that these are going to relatively hold their value. And these cards aren't really that good and these cards aren't as good in comparison to the cover athlete guys, which go for 35,000 and have a collection to get a 96 Joe Mauer, which is going to be highly sought after. So if you're going to invest, I do think these cards are going to go up in price once this whole thing, this hubbubaloo has came over. You know, people are still getting their pre-order packs, so I think you can start looking at that now. If you run into a large sum of stubs, this would be a great investment to have. Now let's move on to the next point of the video. Investments. We're gonna take a little bit and talk about this. It's changed a lot this year. In the past, you would look at a guy like Chris Bassett at 79 overall and think, okay, he gets +1. I get him for 380. He's going to quick sell for 1,000. Not the case anymore. He's going to quick sell for 600, I believe. At that rate, you're still making profit, but it's a significantly less amount. So there's a lot of things to consider. +1 overall jumps are going to come in handy, and you know I have you covered. We are going to do roster predictions again on the channel. We've done pretty well for ourselves, I would like to say. We've had a lot of fun talking roster predictions the last couple of years, and they've went pretty well. So we're going to do that on the channel again. But a couple guys that maybe you want to look forward to right away. Honestly, Chris Bassett. I like Tyler Mahle. I like him as well. I think he's a very good upgrade candidate that's going to get there relatively soon. Ranger Suarez. Again, it's only 200 stubs if you get them at quick sell value, but that's the thing. You might want to get them in for more than quick sell value. Wander Franco, 1,200 stubs, a decent chunk of change, but good lord, you see what he did last year? So we're going to talk about great guys to invest in a later date, but I just want you guys to really tune into the fact that investing has changed. Now let's move on to flipping. This is very important, but it's not like you think it's going to be. It's a lot different this year because the market is volatile. It is fucking weird. And stadiums is very easy to flip, I found. I was doing that beforehand. I know I don't have a crazy amount of stubs at this point. You guys have suckered me in on stream to keep relentlessly opening packs, and hey, sometimes it worked. We pulled Torkelson, we pulled Bo Bichette, and of course we pulled Michael Trout as well, but that was from pre-order packs. Look at the gap here. The concept, very simple. 1960, you put in a buy order, and of course, as soon as you put it in, 1975 comes in right ahead. So 1976, damn it, one up. And that's 1,000 stub gap. After you take into account for taxes, that's still going to be 700 stubs a profit just from flipping that one card. And stadiums are usually a decently hot commodity right now. Why, you might ask? Because a lot of people, for some reason, are always swoon over this right here. GOAT and Polo Grounds, which in order to get Polo Grounds you need to collect all classic stadiums, so that's usually pretty hot early on in the year, and you're able to flip these cards relatively easy. So stadiums, I think, is a great bet for you. Jerseys is decent as well. A lot of people don't like to make their own jerseys. You know, they'd rather play the game instead of playing, I don't know, the Sims, My Fashion Designer, or whatever. There's good gaps on these as well. They move. Think of the most popular teams, the Padres. Are there Padre fans? There sure are. Are they delusional? They sure can be. That just makes it better for us because these are going to move on the market. If you look at a team like the Rockies, you can think that they probably aren't going to move quite as fast. And maybe they aren't going to go as much because there's statistically less Rocky fans. I'm sorry, Denver. I know that there's a faithful out there. I know there's a good portion of Rocky fans on my stream, but I'm, you know, calling it like it is. So I'm a Rays fan yet again. We have like 7,000 people show up on average at a game. So I'm not exactly one to talk about lack of fan bases, huh? Let's move on to live series cards. What can you do as far as flipping? Because the gold market has changed, quite frankly. You look at some of these guys and yeah, a lot of them are up in price. Catchers are very hard to come by right now, so they're a hot commodity. You'll still find good gaps. You just have to look, damn it. I see so many people saying, oh my god, gold flipping is dead. Oh, it is obsolete. No, it's not, man. It is absolutely not. This is a pretty decent gap right there. If you get it at 1550 after taxes, it's going to be 1800, which is 250 a flip for Steven Strasburg. That is very solid. You just have to look. Lance Lynn, that's 450 after taxes. That's still going to be about 250 for you. That's not bad at all. 350 actually, so it's going to be 150 after taxes. Look at the Oscar here. There's so many great gaps. You just have to open these corneas and give a gaze at what exactly is happening on the screen. Don't just look at one card that's, you know, like a 200 stub gap like Jack Flaherty and think, oh, it's dead. Looks like I'm just gonna, you know, buy stubs this year. No, absolutely do not do that. This is something very important. Flipping is great. We've talked about that ad nauseum. I think most people understand the concept of flipping. You buy cards at low prices and you sell them at high prices, and you're going to make stubs. It's very simple, but this is something you're going to want to do for a multitude of reasons. For DD, for XP, and for stubs. A trifecta of reasons to play Road to the Show, and none of them are because the game mode is particularly fun. How about that? We have your Ballplayer, which, again, the program is stacked. You're going to find a ton of great stuff. It's going to work the exact same way. You're going to get those diamond equipment packs at later levels, and it is very easy. A little hint, if you guys are not aware, you can put sliders on for Road to the Show. You can put it at a very easy difficulty. You cannot do the simulation glitch that was available last year, but this shit is going to be a breeze if you want to do it. You play in the minor leagues, and you just mindlessly smash baseballs. Hell, maybe make your own Road to the Show YouTube series and hit 700 home runs a year. Maybe you do well. No shade at it. I love you, Mighty. I love you, I promise. But yeah, that's another great way to get a trio of progress. Like I said, you're not just earning stubs, you're getting a sizable amount of XP, 1500, 1500, 1500, 2000. You're going to get your ball player better, which at early stage in Diamond Dynasty, that's going to be your best card once you actually work them up. Tomorrow, I'm going to have a video talking about the best archetype, the best perks, the best way to build your ball player for MLB The Show 22. Make sure and stay tuned for that one, but just know you're going to want to get in on this, especially if the servers keep going down like they have been. That's a perfect excuse to go play Road to the Show, because you're going to earn that progress. You don't need the Diamond Dynasty servers to be working at that point, and it is going to just net you so much progress for a multitude of facets, as we talked about. One more thing I do want to mention that's viable, and it seems like they fixed it many seasons. There was issues with it earlier on where I won these 2 games. I'm playing them on veteran. I assure you I didn't lose to the Lords. No, I won 7-6 and 7-0, but they got credited as losses. But that should be fixed now. There's good rewards here, man. The first time that you beat this, actually every time you beat it, 15 the show packs, a ball in is a habit, 5,000 XP, 10k stubs. Do it at least once for sure. That's 4k XP. And XP is going to net you stubs again. That's the biggest thing ever since last year when they changed the inning program in with the XP reward path. You're also going to earn stubs passively throughout getting progress. Once you get show packs, once you get these face of the franchise, if you want to sell those and get more stubs to go on and complete collections, you can do that. So that's what I recommend. Those are the best ways to get stubs in the game currently. I'm always looking. I'm always checking. If we find something else, I'm absolutely going to talk about it. So make sure to stick around the channel. But I hope you guys are really enjoying the launch of MLB The Show 22. Streams have been crazy. Make sure and stick by. Twitch.tv/GomesDaLegend. I don't know if we'll be live tonight. We'll see. But yeah, thank you all for watching. If you guys have a great day, there goes out. Yeets.